Hey, how you doing? It's Tom, and this Tom's Radio Room Show, and I did it. I did it. I got it together. I got this radio assembled. Most of the problems were my problems, just mistakes. As I pointed out in the previous video, I made a lot of mistakes. But once I got it together, it's a nice little radio, AM, FM, shortwave, and it looks nice. And the sound is good. The functions are a little funky. And the sheet / manual / assembly guide is really, really limited. Here it is. And then on the back here, it tells you how to assemble it. And I seriously doubt if I only had this to assemble it, I would get it together. But luckily, they have a PDF file, which you get by either scanning this or going on to Amazon and looking at their ad and going down to the bottom. And there's a place where you can click on PDF manual or manual PDF. Click on that, opens the manual up, and it gives you this plus a lot more, which I showed you in the previous video, plus how to use it. There's no instructions in here on how to use it. And some of this stuff is a little funky. Like, it does have ATS. And the way you get into, and I'm sorry for the reflections, the way you get into ATS is you push and hold the time button. To do a search, you push and hold either frequency plus or frequency minus. Then, if you want to go through the result of the ATS, you push the alarm buttons, which I just did at ATS, and if I'm correct here, push that, and there's P26, so that's the last one it found on the FM band. Now, it found 26 stations on the FM band. There is a possibility of 43 stations within 40 miles of me. 40 miles, that's quite a ways. So you really need a long antenna. And this antenna is almost exactly 12 inches. That's way too short, way too short. So I did also scanned the shortwave band using this antenna, and it found 2 stations, very weak, both in the United States. And when I used a clip-on wire antenna, it found about 6. The clip-on wire antenna was just strung up in my office, which is not the best place, but it did improve it. So the reception is pretty good, except it is limited by this short antenna. AM or medium wave is okay. Nothing spectacular, it's okay. It does have a clock. It does have a sleep timer. It does have an alarm function. So it's got a lot of features, and I'm telling you, it really looks nice. Once you get it together, it really looks nice. Now, it comes with all the parts, of course, and this screwdriver. And technically, this is all you need. But that's not really true. Number one, I don't know if you can even see it. Let me lower my camera. You see that screw? That's how tiny the screws are. With my arthritic fingers, I had a hard time holding it and getting it started. So I cheated and I used these to grab it and then hold it in place and then use a screwdriver to start it. The wire ties, the wire straps, they gave you extra ones, as a matter of fact. I got like 4 extra. Once you get those in place, you're going to have to cut the ends off. So you're going to have a pair of dikes, which I've already put away, my pair of dikes. So you need that. Or, a little dangerous, you could use a knife. That's a little dangerous. Also, I used this screwdriver to get things lined up. And so you really, what you have to do is you kind of have to flex the plastic a little bit to get it to line up, and then boom, it snaps in place. So once you get it together, it's solid and it's nice and smooth. I did pick up a little scratch or something right there. I don't know if that was there originally or I did it or what. The other difficult thing, as I mentioned before, was putting these buttons in. You have to have the face down, and they just lay in those holes. So when you go to put in the circuit board, you're going to disturb them and knock them out. Look at this display. Very, very crisp, clear display. Nice amber backlight. Let me turn the volume. Ooh, let's see. It's probably on. Let me think. Let me go up one. Okay, there's the Tampa station at USF, University of South Florida.
Still can access the platform, but not have their own accounts.
Recently, the online watchdog, Australia's online watchdog, has done some research.
Perfect.
They came to the government saying, look, about 4 in 10...
Lots of volume. As I mentioned in my previous video, because I wired the speaker to the wrong connection, I had turned the volume all the way up, because I couldn't hear anything. So then when I took the radio apart, connected the speaker to the right place, it about knocked me out of the room because I had volume at max. The volume right now is about, I would say, half. And we turn it back up. Maybe it's even lower because I turned it back down. Whoops. There's tuning, which I didn't want to do. I want to do volume.
The marijuana industry has been booming in Michigan since it was fully legalized in 2018, but there are signs that market's saturated with large multi-state cannabis companies leaving.
Looks nice.
The latest is a publicly traded company called TRRS, which has about half of its retail dispensaries in Michigan.
There's the battery,
Laura Weber-Davis
rechargeable.
an opportunity for small business.
Stereo headphone jack.
Marijuana growing and processing facility. Mango-flavored, THC-infused gummies are piled high on a stainless steel countertop.
Turn this back down. Okay, I'll turn the volume down, and then I'll do the ATS, which you have to push and hold the time button. Okay, I'm pushing and holding, and there it's scanning. There's the first one, P1, P01, P01. So there it's scanning. Scans pretty fast. Shortwave band, it scans at 5 kilohertz. So it takes a while. It takes about 15 minutes. Yeah, like I say, it really looks nice. There's right there, right there is the battery condition. Isn't that a nice display? Okay, I think that's about it. I want to thank Thomas who sent me this. And I feel good about it now that I got it together and see how well it works and how nice it looks. It was worth the effort. So thank you, Thomas, for sending me this. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my show, please give me a thumbs up and have a great day. Bye-bye.